On today's show, the Dallas Mavericks fall to the 76ers. Cooper Flagg plays his last game as an 18-year-old, but the Mavs offense is just not ready to make the playoffs or anything close to that. Today's Locked On Mavs.
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
Nick, that's a good question.
Good morning, Isaac. All these changes, I still got my dog, Dwight Powell.
Your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave you.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like that.
And welcome. You are locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for 10 years. Thanks for being here every day or making Locked On Mavs your first listen and making the Locked On Podcast Network the #1 sports podcast network. Joining me, as always, the Postgame prodigy from the great Slightly Biased YouTube channel. What'd you see from the Dallas Mavericks tonight, Slightly Biased?
I'm ready to forget this game ever happened, which I will in about 30 minutes when we finish this episode.
We'll move on with our lives. We'll maybe do Christmas things. We'll maybe watch a Christmas movie. We'll do something other than think about this basketball game.
That's right.
Especially that fourth quarter, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about how the Mavs fell in this one. We'll talk about Anthony Davis's impact in this one. We'll talk about Naji Marshall having a pretty good game. Cooper Flagg's last game is an 18-year-old, and I thought he had a decent game in this one. But let's start with this, Slightly Biased. The Mavs in this game just had some good moments. The beginning of the third quarter went on a 10-0 run to start it, and you're like, okay, here we go. This Mavs team has been better as of late offensively. They have kind of flipped over the last couple of weeks, so whether like they were a better offensive team than they were a defensive team, which is a weird thing that they didn't have. The start of the season was complete opposite. And then they go into that fourth quarter, you score 17 points, and that was atrocious. Then you look at the three-point numbers, and the Sixers didn't shoot that well from three at all, 12 of 40. The Mavs, 3 of 18. I saw our friend Panda Hank tweet this, that the Sixers centers, Bona, and Drummond had more threes combined than Max Christie and Klay Thompson. And if that happens, then your team's probably just not going to win the game that night. And I don't know that I've seen this Mavericks team be able to create enough threes, be able to create enough like quality offense to me to look at them and be like, all right, here we go. Let's go. Let's make a run. This team is really heating up, and let's go make some kind of run here and make some win now trades or something like that. And they've got to make I guess they got to make some changes. I don't really know what they are, unless it's just bring Kyrie back. That's like the one thing.
I mean, on one end of the spectrum, I agree with you. On the other end, they shot 17% from three tonight. So just a really bad three-point shooting night.
Which didn't take any of them. They took 18.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. And in terms of just like the overall changes, I mean, all season long, I have been saying Max Christie was really bad tonight. That was the worst game I've seen him play with the Mavs. I don't know what was going on. But it was like Max Christie should be getting 5 or 6 threes a game. Like bare minimum. We should be getting that. We should be manufacturing threes for him. Yeah, he's great. He's shooting his three-point numbers he is, but at the volume, the volume just needs to be higher, and we need to figure out ways to manufacture him some threes. Because your starting lineup combined to shoot 8 threes. Like in today's NBA, that's just insane, right? Like the VJ Edgecombe shot 11 threes. Made 3 of them, but he put up 11 threes. Tyrese Maxey shot 11 threes. So those two guys by themselves shot more threes than individually than your entire starting 5 did. And Coop's 3-ball obviously is just, it's not there. It just isn't. I don't know if that's going to be a weight.
It's over there, actually, is what it is. It's not there.
Yeah.
It's over there. It's like missing completely.
I don't know if that's something we're going to have to wait and see in the summer or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But AD is not a three-point shooter. Naji shot 0 threes tonight. Nembhard is not a volume three-point shooter at all either. So I don't know what it is you do, really, besides like, hey, here's the thing. We knew they weren't going to be a three-point shooting team. That's not a surprise to us. You can't, you can't get outshot by 19. If you're not going to make threes and you're going to get outscored by, 27 points from the three-point line, you cannot then get outshot 102 field goal attempts for the Sixers, 83 for the Mavericks. That can't happen. That you're not gonna. The fact this game was even. I cannot sit here and tell you how this game was close. I don't know. All game long, I was looking at the stats. I'm like, how is this game even winnable for Dallas?
It was like the Sixers are winning in this category, in this category, in this category, and the Mavs are still somehow getting there. Sixers took more free throws than the Mavericks. They got 20 offensive rebounds. They only had 8. The Sixers only had 8 turnovers. The Mavs had 18. It was just like across the board, all the different metrics you look at, you're like, oh, if you win this, you win this, you win this. It should be a blowout game. So maybe we should go back on this and be like, well, the Sixers are terrible for not blowing the Mavs out.
No, both teams were bad tonight. This was a bad basketball game, and then Tyrese Maxey just did superstar stuff in the fourth quarter. Like, that's what happened. This was not a good game at all for either team.
And the Mavs didn't have that guy close. And it has been Cooper Flagg. And the Mavs tried to turn to Cooper Flagg and say, all right, here you go. Create something for us in the fourth quarter. And it just didn't work. And sometimes it's not going to work. And he's the youngest player in the league. And I'm not like holding it up to him being like, I'm not going to come to him and be like, why did you not create in the fourth quarter and then in clutch? That stuff is all, to me, gravy, because he shouldn't be able to do that stuff that he's done so far. And the team is now built around him being able to do those things in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, like, you put the card keys in an 18-year-old's hands, like it can get a little bit rocky. We know that. That's part of the experience. We knew that going into it. Like, yeah, there will be moments that aren't great. I mean, he still had 24 points on 8 of 16. So I thought he had a pretty fine game. You know, I thought he was good defensively, all of that. So I'm not sitting here saying, yeah, bad game or anything like that. But yeah, down the stretch, I mean, but the thing is, nobody was playing good. I mean, Naji had a great game scoring wise, 22 points, 9 of 12, automatic inside the 3-point line. But, you know, I can't sit here and pretend like the 5 turnovers he had early in the game didn't like really set the tone and kind of put the Mavericks up against it with this dreadful. I mean, they had a 6-minute stretch in the first quarter where I thought that was some of the worst basketball I've seen any team across the entire association play this year. That's how bad it was.
That one at the end of the second quarter?
No, first quarter. There was like a stretch. They salvaged it in like the last 60 seconds, but like a 5-minute stretch from the 6-minute mark to the 1-minute mark where it was just like turnover, offensive rebound given up, turnover. And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst basketball game I've seen a team play this year.
Well, and it only finished well because Gafford got a block, Naji drove into an N1, and then Naji got fouled on a heave.
That heave foul call.
That like 20-second swing, basically, 20-second stretch basically swung it. But yeah, that stretch largely came without AD or Flagg on the court, and I just don't think you can survive with this roster the way that it is right now without one of those guys. And Kidd seems to do that at least once in the first quarter, once in the third quarter, in fourth quarter, kind of. It's like,
this is why I have when we do the tanking conversation, which I don't even really want to do here. I don't want to do that. Well, they lost. Now it's time to tank. Well, they won. Well, actually, we're not tanking anymore. But like,
you don't want to do that? I want to do that every day.
This is why I've been saying stuff like, guys, I think they kind of are. Like, they're going to try to win games, but like, they're cool with letting Cooper Flagg have the ball every single possession in the fourth quarter. Like, that's something, like, if this team were like dead set on winning games, I promise you that would not be the case. And he's been the best player on the team this season. Like, he has been. Flagg? So he deserves the ball in his hands. Yeah,
absolutely.
But still, like,
remember when we were talking about PJ Washington being the best player on the team at the beginning of the season?
Well, somebody reminded me, was like, remember the beginning of the season conversations was like, what does it mean if Cooper Flagg's the best player of the team? And our answers were probably not a good thing.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been. Like, it's been good for him because he's earned it.
It's cool that Coop's been good, but it's like
for this season, like the context of this season, it has not been good. It has led to a 11-18 record for the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavs defense, I think, also deserves some blame in this one too. They allowed 42 shots at the rim. The Sixers only hit 24 of them, but still their teams are getting to the rim.
That's crazy.
And the Sixers didn't shoot well from really anywhere. 30% from 3, 40% on mid-rangers. That's 36th percentile. That's not good. 14% on corner threes. That's 8th percentile. That's terrible. 57% of the rim. That's 17th percentile. Like, you just go through the whole thing. They did not shoot the ball well, but they got a bunch of extra shots. The Mavs turned the ball over a lot, and Mavs couldn't create any offense in the fourth quarter because they don't have anybody that can shoot threes except for Max and Klay. And then I don't know if I've seen a couple people be like, I like Max and Klay playing together off the bench. I don't know if I like that because then you're only 2 3-point shooters are playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Nobody else is. You went through the starting lineup. PJ will take threes only if they're created for him though, and that's an issue the Mavs have. Brandon Williams is not really a 3-point shooter either. D'Angelo Russell is like just trying to not make mistakes so he can earn more minutes in the next game. So he's not really taking any. Obviously Gafford won't. Like, you literally only have 3 threats from 3 on the whole rotation right now, and this rotation is healthy.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew this going into the season though, but yeah, you got to figure out ways to manufacture it. I mean, defensively, going back to what you're saying, they gave up an offensive rebound in the half court on nearly 40% of Philly's misses. They got the ball back. So, and they did a good job. Like they did a good job not like forcing misses off of that. But just when you're going to give up that volume of shots and you're not making up for it anywhere else, like you're not generating steals, you're not getting the free throw line 40 times, like you're not putting up 40 plus threes, you're going to lose that game. And again, it comes back to like, I have no clue how this game was close. I genuinely have no idea.
They scored 18 more points in the paint than the Sixers did, and they got 21 free throws. So like at least they did something, but again, not enough of an advantage compared to everything else that led up to this. And it's honestly, it was like a roster design loss to me.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Yeah, this is a game where like the game ends is like, oh, that was pretty much every problem we thought this team could have.
Yeah, and especially since they're not doing the double bigs, so they're not getting an advantage there. Where if they were playing double bigs, then your offensive rebound problem is probably gone. Like it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
just not even doing that
straight. I mean, 80 snagged 16 rebounds, but I don't think, or 15 rebounds. I don't think he had a great rebounding performance. I thought Gafford was really not good in this game. And yeah, like you just got to fight more on the boards. Like Adam Bona came in and took this game over. Like he took this game over.
Adam, he's Adam Bona today.
Adam Bona.
he's Adam Bona because he hit a three.
And then
you get to be a Dem when you.
And then Drummond was dominating on the glass early, even though I thought Drummond was dreadful in this game, all in all. But like, it's tough. You had three different guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that stat. But you had a combined 13 offensive rebounds from those two, Bona and Drummond. It's tough.
And this is a small Sixers team. You can't say, oh, this is a massive team. It's like playing Houston, where that's the last time I think the Mavs got really beat on the offensive rebounds. Like you just can't say that about this team.
Yeah.
Coming up, Cooper Flagg's last game as an 18-year-old. What do we see from him? What do we see from Naji Marshall? More to come. Locked On Mavs. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by our friends over at Robinhood. Nobody knows your money goals better than you. Nobody puts you in control. Robinhood puts you in control of your money with tools that work as hard as you do, locking in on every opening, beating your PR, beating it again. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control of your money. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Now you can build and execute your own trades from a desktop with Robinhood's Legends Advanced tools, or take advantage of the new Robinhood strategies with a tailored portfolio managed by a team of experts. You expect more from yourself, so expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Also brought to you by Gusto. Let's be real. No one starts a business with the joy of calculating tax withholdings. I haven't felt weird saying that. Or managing payroll spreadsheets, doing things like that. The boring stuff, the job tax stuff. That's where Gusto comes in to take the stress out of payroll, benefits, and HR so you can focus on running your business and supporting your team, which is what you do best. Gusto is the all-in-one, remote-friendly payroll and HR platform that makes managing your team simple, transparent, and fast. Whether you're hiring, onboarding, or paying employees, Gusto helps you do it all in one place without the hassle or hidden fees, which is huge. Try Gusto today. Gusto.com/LockedOnNBA. You get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's Gusto, Gusto.com. You get 3 months free payroll at gusto.com/LockedOnNBA. One more time, gusto.com/LockedOnNBA.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, listening every single day. Appreciate you for checking out and listening. We have a show every single day of the week. Also, every post game, Slightly and I will have you covered here. And Isaac did a show yesterday talking about Cooper Flagg as an 18-year-old. This is the last game as an 18-year-old. And, man, you start going through some of the stats. You start going through some of the things. And he had a 42-point game, the most ever by an 18-year-old. He's had 526 total points, which is just behind LeBron James at 625, which LeBron played 3 more games. And Kobe Bryant, who had 539 points as an 18-year-old. And Kobe Bryant played 71 games. So Cooper Flagg, he also had 12 games of 20 or more points, including tonight. LeBron had 14, Kobe had 4. And it's just, you look at what he's done, the body of work he's had as an 18-year-old. And there's not been many 18-year-olds because it should not be possible for an 18-year-old to be good in the NBA or to be able to play in the NBA. And the fact that Cooper Flagg can get in there, can get his own shot. And like we were talking at the beginning, he is being trusted with the offense of a team that hopes and expects to make the playoffs because they have a top 15 player on the team. He's being trusted with their clutch offense. That is That is where we are with Cooper Flagg, and it is because he has earned it to this point.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we can call him an 18-year-old, quite unfortunate.
Yeah, now we do the teenager thing.
Teenager, youngest player in the league. There's still ways that we can approach it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, what's there to say that we haven't said a million times? I mean, he's really good. I honestly didn't even think it was that great tonight, but he still managed to have a positive impact on the game. So the fact that that's even a thing that can happen for an 18-year-old is quite impressive.
If we had dropped into this game before the season started, being like, hey, Cooper Flagg, he's going to have 24 points, go to the free throw line 8 times, make all 8 of them, a couple of assists, 8 of 16 from the field, and miss 2 threes, so it's 8 of 14 from 2-point, you'd be like, yeah, sign me up. It's great.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. I mean, he played good. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, like, based off how he's played recently, he's been like, yeah, it's a pretty good Coop game.
The bar has been risen for Cooper
It has
Flagg.
been risen. He has risen.
He has risen indeed. Isaac would be mad at me for saying that.
Why is that an Indeed ad?
No, it's an Easter Sunday thing.
I know.
At church they go, he is risen, and the whole congregation goes, he is risen indeed.
Indeed should get in on that.
It's a call. Yeah, churches across America, get in on that.
Sponsored by
do a sponsored
Indeed.
ad right in the middle of the service. Naji Marshall, 22 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, did have 5 turnovers, 9 of 12 from the field, started 8 of 8 from the field, and he just gets in the paint and he just finishes. And I think if this Mavs team had any reliable spacing at all, I think Naji would average 20 points this season.
Yeah. I mean, especially like you said, he doesn't even really need it. I think Naji, and I want to give a lot of credit to Naji for this, because there are times in games where I feel like, and maybe this is from him playing in New Orleans for a while, but I feel like there's times like in games where Naji's having really good games, but he kind of understands, I need to get the ball to Cooper Flagg. Because I feel like if Naji just had you know what? I'm shooting tonight. I'm scoring tonight. I'm not looking. I'm hot. I think he could average 20 points a game. I really do. I think he could do it right now with this spacing.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, man.
That's right. He's a great team guy. He really is.
He had incredible. I did a show the other day about his quotes, and he was just saying, he's like, I've been on teams that have quit before. This is not a team that has quit. You're like, man.
Yeah, I know. That's rough.
Some of those Pelicans teams were not.
They've got some good vibes.
Yeah.
Still, despite everything.
Yeah, the Mavs definitely still do. But I thought Naji was really great. He just gets to his spot. His floater is just automatic when he gets in the paint. Yeah, if you have a player like Naji Marshall, like the Anthony Davis role or the Cooper Flagg role has to be like a really good 3-point shooter for Naji to work like that.
Yeah. I mean, I actually think his best role somewhere is kind of where he was at the end of last year. He's kind of basically the backup point guard.
Yeah, he could be here.
Yeah, true. When Kyrie comes back.
The thing when Kyrie comes back, though, okay, Kyrie comes back. Who are you starting with Kyrie? Because right now, Kid is stuck on this big lineup next to Nembhard because of his limitations, height wise. His vertical limitations.
So this is like, Kyrie's probably going to come off the bench early on, I'd imagine,
for like a game or two.
I actually feel like they'll kind of take a long play approach on this the whole year. Would be my guess.
I just think he's Kyrie Irving. I just think
but I doubt they ramp him up to be playing like 35 minutes a game every night by the end of the season. Like, I really doubt that.
No, there will be frustrating moments where you go, they just played 12 straight minutes without Kyrie because they'll hold him for.
Well, hopefully nobody gets frustrated by that and kind of understands the context.
If you don't want someone to get frustrated by something in 2025 on the internet.
True. Why did Kyrie not play 43 minutes tonight?
Yeah, right. But I don't know if they can go Kyrie, Naji, PJ, Flagg, AD. I mean, Kid probably will. Does Kyrie give you enough shooting to make up for some of that?
So mine, I would go because Kyrie's not. Look, the reality is, and we saw it tonight, like the Sixers were hunting Nimby every single time down the floor when he was on the court.
Maxey had this possession where he was backing him down and he was by himself on the right side. And then He passed it. He picked up his dribble, so he had to pass it out to McCain. McCain drove in the lane, and as soon as he drives in the lane, Maxey throws his hands up in the air like, "Oh no, I had this mismatch that we've been hunting this whole time. Why did you take it?" And then McCain got fouled.
I mean, to Nimi's credit, he does compete, but there's just the size. There's just the size disadvantage there that's going to kill him every time. So, but I would go Kyrie. I'd go Christie because you got to have some shooting, and then you can go Coop, PJ, AD if you want, or if you want to start Naji, then I'd have PJ come off the bench and have Coop with the 4. But that'd kind of be my approach. I think you have to have Max Christie out there.
I think so. I think the size, and the shooting. You need both those things, and you're just
and the point of attack defense.
Yeah, like Naji as the point of attack defender has been hit or miss, but I guess so was Max Christie as the point of attack defender.
Yeah, but I mean, that lineup then all of a sudden gives you like 2 actual legitimate 3-point shooters in Kyrie and Christie, and
then gives you creation off the bench with Naji, which is kind of what they need. Like this bench struggled. That lineup that you mentioned at the beginning, the Brandon Williams, Max Christie, Klay Thompson, Gafford, and PJ lineup was just brutal in this game. Like that they had a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just those are lineups that will have bad games, Like that lineup you just said, that's a lineup that will have games that are bad.
And they all decided to have one tonight.
Yes, like it just unfortunately. Yeah, like 3 minutes of PJ, Brandon Williams, Daniel Gafford, Klay Thompson, Max Christie. That was a lineup they put out there for a good stretch of game time, and it was really bad. They lost those minutes by 10.
Yeah.
That was that first quarter. That was part of that first quarter group where I was like, "What? This is the worst basketball I have seen a team play this year."
Was not well run.
No. Losing a 3-minute stretch by 10 points is hard to accomplish.
Unless they're playing the Thunder.
True. Well, the Thunder are frauds now.
That's true. That's right. Do we want to talk about that? Do you need some therapy session on how they've?
No, I mean, why
they're 1-2 in their last 3 games. I mean, they're under 500. Are you upset?
No, I'm not upset at all. Oh, actually, you know what? This is crazy. This lineup, how bad it was. Okay, this was the lineup at the 4-minute mark in the first quarter. Brandon Williams, Max Christie, Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington.
It was bad.
I said they had a -10 in 3 minutes. But that's because they had, in the second half, they had a 1:30 stretch where they're actually +1. In a 1:30 in the first quarter, they were a -11. How do you give up? How do you lose a 90-second stint by 11 points?
Turnovers?
Let's see. No, that group only had 1 turnover, but my Lord, it was rough. That's bad.
Not good. Anthony Davis in this game. 24 points, 15 boards, couple assists, hit a block, 10 of 20 from the field. And I thought he was pretty solid. He had 14 points in the first half. And you go, okay, there you go. There's an offensive AD half. But I am just left with like, all right, well, when are we going to get top 15 player AD?
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where, especially in the fourth quarter, where it's like, if you're the superstar, star of the team, like, we really need you to carry us and get us some buckets here. Like, the offense is stagnating. We're really struggling. Can you get us some points? And yeah, AD just hasn't really even been that guy at any point this year. Although, again, like you said, he was good tonight. Like, I thought he was pretty fine. I didn't think he was terrible or anything like that. And overall, like this season, I think he's been good. He's been a good player when he's played. He's been good defensively. Definitely has helped this team win this little winning stretch this team's been on where they've won a good amount of games. Like, AD's been a very big reason for that. But yeah, these are the games tonight where it's like, yeah, if the former regime were still in charge, I'd be pounding the table and be like, you traded for this guy to be the number one. And like, he's just not that player. And we kind of know that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's tough. It's tough because there's no shooting. So like all of his touches are at the top of the key and there's not a lot of spacing because guys get helped off of. Tonight, I think, was the first night, and I noticed this early, where it felt like a couple times the Sixers did not put a body on Cooper Flagg and were willing to go under screens and kind of help off of him. So that's something I'm going to monitor over the next couple months of his rookie season. is if teams say, all right, we're going to bank on that 3-point shooting being as bad as it looks.
Yeah. And then if you can leave Anthony Davis on the 3-point line, you don't have to go over screens for Cooper Flagg. Like then all of a sudden that combo, like you're on pick and rolls on those guys. Like the defenders just don't have to participate.
Yeah. I mean,
if Anthony Davis and Cooper are running screens for each other.
Oh, I did love, they had a play, I think it was early in the second half, where they cleared out one side of the floor and had Coop run a empty side pick and roll with Nimby. And I think Coop got to the free throw line off that roll to the rim. I love that. I don't see why there's any reason Cooper Flagg shouldn't be setting 4 or 5 ball screens a game and rolling to the rim. That just feels like an easy action that could get him the ball in the middle of the floor going downhill.
Especially with Nemhard's emergence.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the partner that, because at the beginning of the season, I would say, well, he just doesn't have the pick and roll partner for it. But now,
I mean, I'd like to see him set a screen or two for AD, with AD handling the ball.
At this rate, I'd set a screen for anybody. Set a screen for Kid.
And I did I'm starting to think of some of their offensive process. Like outside the 3-point shooting, the Sixers went zone a little bit, and I thought the Mavs kind of tore that apart, due in large part to PJ just being like really good in the middle of the floor. Yeah. You watch some of these teams that play zone and they ramp it up. Who was I watching recently? Oh, I think it was the Cavs. Yeah, it was. The Bulls and Cavs played like a little baseball series, and the Bulls go to this zone and the Cavs just lose their minds and have no idea what to do with themselves. And like I watched them get the ball to Dean Wade in the middle of the floor, and he just has there's just a wet spot on the floor after he gets the ball because he's so scared. And that's like PJ gets the ball in the middle of the floor, and it's just like, all right, 1-2 dribble, post up, shoulder. I'm getting into a jump hook. Yeah. Like it's like that guy's very important to have in those moments. So shout out to PJ there.
It's one of the big skills Lively had, which would be really nice in moments like this.
It's an underrated thing is to have a couple guys that you can just put in the middle of the floor on a like blitzing high screens or zone, and it's like this guy will crush it.
And Flagg should be that guy, but I don't know if we've seen them do that.
Well, he handles the ball so much, like they don't.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
But yeah, he could be easily. I don't see why not.
Anthony Davis,
I feel like teams haven't played a lot of zone against the Mavs, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, you'd think that they should.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have to at the beginning of the season. They're just not scoring anyway.
True, yeah. Yeah, just do whatever you want on defense, guys.
Hey, just go out there and play man.
We can get three, maybe even 4 guys cherry picking.
Well, at one point in the season, I was looking up numbers because I was like, there's no way the Mavs are good playing zone, and they actually were better scoring against zone than they were against man. And
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I was surprised
with how they can get in the middle of the floor, but again, it's like with their shooting, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised teams don't go zone more. 3 threes. I mean, we can talk
against zone 4% of the time.
Yeah,
and the Mavs are scoring just about 1 point per possession on that, and against man, it's been 2,500 possessions. So there's a much bigger sample size, but 0.915 points per possession.
You got second spectrum?
No, we got synergy over here at Locked On.
Wow, that's big moves.
That's right. And it's our own account too. Shout out to Synergy.
Yeah, man. Wow. How about you guys? Big bucks. Is it hard to use? I've heard Synergy's like you have to take like SQL classes to understand Synergy.
It was harder for some of our hosts because I had to. So we rolled it out for the whole channel. Like all 34 shows, and it was harder for some hosts. Some of the hosts, let's say the over-under is my age, and let's say the over was having a hard time, the under was totally fine with it.
Isn't it like if-then sequences? You have to be you have to run your own queries, right?
I mean, if you want to do that kind of stuff. But literally on Synergy, the cool thing about it is every single thing, every number is highlighted, and you could click it and see all the clips from that specific thing. So like all these possessions against zone 109, I can just click it and watch them all and see like how the Mavs do against zone.
Am I part of the Locked On family enough to get access to
that? We'll talk about this offline.
That's a no. That's a resounding no, guys.
No, sorry. Not just to share our passwords.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell Netflix or Synergy.
Netflix? You got a company Netflix account?
Netflix hates them.
Locked On Netflix account.
I hate the password sharing. What will you remember most about Cooper Flagg being 18?
It's funny because Isaac had a tweet where he was like, "What were you doing? Or what was the hardest thing you had to do when you were 18 or something like that?"
He sent that to the text line. The texts we got back were insane. One of them was like, "Bury my father." I was like, yep, that's very hard.
That's hard, yeah.
One of them was like, "I got deployed." Yep, that's more difficult than anything too.
I'm actually not gonna say mine.
Well, yours is before you were 18, and that was your football team that didn't score a touchdown.
Well, yeah, that was rough, but I was acting a fool at a young age. I'll just say that.
Acting a fool? Were you getting in trouble?
I was just not. I was just a wild boy. I was 18 and in college. I mean, what is there to say, really? But I did have a moment. I did have a moment where I was 100% convinced I was joining the army. I think do a lot of people have those moments, or was it just, like there was a time I was like, yeah, I'm going to the recruiting office today. I'm joining the army.
Why? Was it because of lack of other options?
Well, no, it was just I hated being in college at the time, and then it was like, yeah, you know what?
Like I'm just getting, you know what? It sounds great to just.
And I was talking with a friend about it. I was like, we're not in a war. Like we're not gonna get deployed, bro. Like
rationalizing.
And then the friend I had the conversation with did end up joining the army and was stationed in Louisiana for 4 years. So I would have been right.
Hey.
And he hated every second of it.
Sad for that guy. Shout out to all the military out there.
That's right. Shout out to the vets.
Shout out to the vets. And the vets. Oh, the vets of the Mavs fandom. I saw a Mavericks vet hat at the Pistons game the other night.
Love that. I love that. We're working on some new ones.
I thought that maybe I was going to get my hat when I went to the Haymaker studio.
I totally forgot. Because in my brain, I thought because I did bring yours to the fan jam, but I forgot it in the car.
You want to have more of a personal conversation at the end of the show? I feel like it's been you and I talking.
Sure, yeah, it is. We're just hashing it out now.
If you're still listening at this point, shout out to you. Appreciate it. You're probably like a P1 slightly biased Locked On Mavs listener. Like
that's right.
You just listen to anything we say.
Did you watch any of the football games today? They were all terrible.
I did not. No, I saved myself.
I'm of the belief college football is the worst sport. It is the worst. It has the lowest floor by a lot.
Baseball is a pretty low floor.
Yeah, but at least professional baseball, like you're still watching the best. College football, it's like, they man,
might not score.
That guy just threw the ball into the ground again. Like, wow. Oh, that kicker just missed another 5-yard field goal. It's like, dude, these kids, God bless them, but geez, they're terrible.
Well, the thing with college football now is they keep transferring all the time.
I know,
like our Locked On College channel is thriving right now because they have breaking news every single day because somebody is transferring, somebody is interested, somebody is visiting, somebody is in the portal, somebody's like coming to the school, a coach is getting fired, a coach is doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Like there's just news all over the place in these college and I'm like, these players are leaving and going, like coming and going all the time. And the NBA's kind of dealt with this too, where it's just like a new team every day. I was actually thinking about this today. I watched I saw our friend Austin Garcia retweet the play from Luka, Kyrie, and Derek Jones Jr., where Luka falls on the floor and throws it to Kyrie, and then he alley-oops it. And it's just like the most incredible play we've watched. And I was like, man, we should be like in year 3 or 4 of the Luka, Kyrie guys around him thing, and they should have amazing chemistry. Like imagine what they would do with the chemistry they could have playing it. Like we finally got a team around Luka that could actually like grow together, and they just didn't get a chance. And then they you know, he obviously blew it up.
Yeah, I mean,
we just don't get teams that get that kind of chemistry anymore. They get to build on that, and college football is like obviously the opposite of that.
Well, that's supposed to be like the appeal of college sports. Like this guy comes in and boom, I got 4 years of them, and we watch all these kids grow from freshmen to seniors, and it's like that's not even a thing anymore. No. So not only are these players bad, but it's like now I got to cycle through a new bad player on a team like once every single season. Like that's not fun anymore. And then but I've actually thought about this recently. The NBA player movement, I think, is a little overstated. I think it's just because there's high profile guys.
It's the high profile. It's the stars guys that are like Kobe played his whole career with Lakers.
Yeah, but think about
Dirk
the current top
career.
guys.
Kevin Garnett moved from the Timberwolves to the Celtics, and it was this massive deal. Like Duncan never moved. Like the big stars, like the number ones. It was hard to see them move. And now, like, how many teams has KD been on?
Yeah, but think about the top 10 right now. Jokic, same team. Shea,
but
got traded. That was a different thing.
Shea's like 3 years into this though.
So Shea, Luka, like not on their own accord, different teams.
Yeah, but Luka switching is still just another.
Giannis, same team until now. Like who knows?
What's gonna happen?
Embiid, same team. Steph, same team. Like it's not as crazy when you dive into it. I think it really is like LeBron and KD, and just like those guys leaving.
LeBron,
multiple
KD,
times.
Harden, Westbrook, like.
Well, Westbrook's was more of like that guy was probably going to be a Thunder lifer.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like it became time for him to like kind of it's probably similar to the Giannis where it's like he left, but it was understandable. You know, like he was here for a long time and it was just done.
We have had a bunch of guys that have stayed for a while now. Like when you tune into it, like I felt like at one point, like probably when I first started covering the league, is like you tune in, you're like, oh, this is the brand new Lakers LeBron team. You know, this is the brand new like Kevin Durant Nets team. You know, you're just like,
dude, LeBron's been there for 8 years.
He's been there a while now. Yeah.
Is that not crazy? It's his longest stint anywhere.
Yeah, like straight, like stayed at one
That's
point.
just crazy to me. And there no way he gets remembered as a Laker. Like no way.
I mean, by Lakers fans.
What will you remember? What LeBron stint when LeBron retires will you remember? Like the first thing that pops in your brain.
Well, it'd be 2011.
That's fair. Mine goes to the second stint Cavs. It's just like what I imagine.
Second stint Cavs is like the main one, but he did break the scoring record with the Lakers.
It just feels weird to me.
Did win a title in the bubble, which is like historically significant because it's debatable.
They never loved him, really. They just didn't.
The Lakers fans and LeBron?
They didn't welcome him in a way that kind of surprises me still. The way that they talk about him sometimes. It's like, man, this guy brought a championship to your team and he's LeBron James. Like,
well, they had the homegrown. They had Kobe for that amount of time, and all those fans. Like, I talked to some people that still think Kobe is better than LeBron.
I just, for the life of me, cannot understand how anybody can think that. Like, that's all cool and all. Like, I maybe Kobe top 10, everything. Yeah, sure.
There is a difference between the Kobe's and the Magic Johnsons and the LeBrons and the Kareems. You know, like Kareem came over after winning a championship with the Bucks. LeBron came over after winning a championship with the Cavs.
That's true.
And the Heat. You're like, it's just a different, which is why the Luka thing should have been.
I guess let me rephrase that. If
he should have been the Kobe, the Magic, because he was going to be here his whole career.
If you grew up a Laker fan and it's like, yeah, Kobe was my guy, he's my GOAT. Well, who am I to argue with you? Like, Dirk's my GOAT. Like, obviously, is Dirk the greatest player of all time?
Yeah,
no.
But you don't think he's the greatest player of all time. He's the greatest to you.
But I probably have him over other guys. Like, again, I've never done a top 100 list or something. That should be a project of mine.
You know what? If you want the synergy access, you do our Locked On Top 100 next year because we do one now every year.
Like all time?
No.
Oh, I always do top 100. I'm happy to do a top 100 list.
No, top 100 all time, man.
Or maybe 50. 100 is a lot.
100, like
because 100 you're starting to get to like
doing 100 this year, like for this season, was like you got to 30, 40. You go, oh my gosh.
I know. I love doing that though. It's a fun thought exercise. Top 100 players of all time. Who are we talking about at that point?
Yeah, the 100. Well, the 75.
Paul George?
The 75 included Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard. Respect to both those players.
I still think they should have got, because in the top 51 they originally did that they like built off of, they had Shaq in like year 2 there.
Yeah, they projected on some of them, and they got right on that one. But
I still think to this day they should have done Luka. I would have done it if I were them.
Was Jokic in it?
He had to have been because he was an MVP winner at that point. And was that the year after they won?
I don't think he was in it.
Okay, well if he wasn't in it, then he's the guy that they really missed on.
He was not.
Really? It was Giannis? That had to be because that was after Giannis's 2.
It was 2021, so Jokic hadn't won yet.
Okay, I guess that kind of makes some sense.
Giannis did make it.
Yeah, because Giannis, that was his MVP after his MVPs.
Yeah, like after he won the title, and you're like, okay, here you go.
All right.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us for however long you did. We appreciate you for sticking around with us. Locked On Mavs. Go listen to Slightly Biased. Great show all the time. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs. Peace out. Boom.
Forget this game happened, guys.
We did.